Good morning folks, how are we all doing? Right, this is a channel update come heads up. Since I started my channel a few years ago, I've done my best to be politically correct. I've tried not to swear too much on the channel, I've kept my comments as polite as possible, and I've tried to think before I speak so I don't say anything that anybody might find rude or offensive or inappropriate. I've kept my jokes basic to myself, which is not me. The real me, in the real world if you like, I am rude, I am offensive, I make terrible jokes, I have a warped, sometimes dark sense of humour, I say things that people don't like, and I'm definitely not politically correct. That's the real me, and apparently I'm sarcastic as well according to the missus. Don't know where she gets it from, but there we go. So, from now on, I am going to be the real me on the channel. Some of you may not like it, sorry, that's the way it is. Now I'm not doing this for views or anything, and I'm certainly not intentionally going out to offend or upset anybody. I'm just being me, the real me. So if you're of a delicate nature or you're easily offended, you may not want to watch any of my future videos. Sorry about that. Up to you. I mean, nobody's forcing you to watch them. It's your choice. And I really do appreciate it if you do. Right, that's your warning, that's your heads up. On with the video. Doodles. Morning folks, how are we all doing? Right, with my new way of doing things on the channel, so as not to leave anybody out, for all you non-gender, trans-binary or whatever on earth you call yourselves groups, welcome fairy folk. Yeah, this is Claerwen Resevoir Trail, Upper Claerwen to be accurate. I will try and put a three words link on the there. Okay, eventually on the screen. Done this trail a number of times. It's a very easy trail, great for amateurs like me. And in this particular case, getting my mojo back, or at least trying. Right, what's happened recently, I've been out a couple of times off-road. I did golf links and Claerwen a few weeks ago, and for some reason I just could not get on with them. I did not enjoy it at all. Everything felt wrong. Now, there's a couple of possibilities behind that. One is my rear suspension. I'd adjust the preload up to make it better on the road. And I think it was too stiff for off-road. So I backed that back down again. The other issue I had, which is more me than anything, recently I've posted a number of ride-outs on Facebook, both road and off-road. Well, I say off-road, I do adventure days. I call them adventure bike rides, where we do a fair few road miles through some of the nicer roads I know, and then we do some nice trails like this. Oh, excuse me, I swallowed a fly. Normally it's something like golf links and Claerwen. Not too much, not too strenuous. Like I say, ideal for amateurs, perfect for those who own an adventure bike and just want to try a bit of light off-roading. As a lot of adventure bike owners never actually take them off-road. You don't need off-road equipment or off-road tyres to do this trail. Probably better off having a bit more of a grippy tyre on the golf links, but on this one especially, no. You have to watch out for the sheep though. So yeah, I've organised a few ride-outs, and a bit of interest, you know, people commenting, looks like fun, yeah, great, you know, hopefully I'll be there, and no buggers turned up, not one. Which has annoyed me a little bit, because if you're not interested, fair enough. My ride outs may not be for everyone. Maybe I'm not doing the kind of ride you want. Maybe it's because I leave early. I love an early start. I mean, I leave Cardiff at 7 in the morning. Because to get up here, it's like a 2-hour ride. Yeah, I do stop for breakfast on the way. Usually at Greg's. But it's still 2 hours on the bike before you even get anywhere. So maybe that's what puts people off. Or of course it could be they just don't like me and think I'm a twat or something. Which I don't care. So that's kind of annoyed me a bit recently. The interest in going off-road and then no bugger turns up. But then what really makes me laugh is I'll post up a video or photos or something after I've been out, and there'll be comments of, oh, let me know when you're next going out, I'll come with you. I'd love to have a go at that, let me know when. Well, I've posted on Facebook umpteen times. I have plenty of notice. I don't do last minute things, you know, you get like a week's notice or something, which seems to be a week for people to come up with excuses. So if you want to come with me, make the effort. If you don't, stop bloody commenting. So yeah, combination of suspension setup, my mental state. I've had a few mental health issues recently, personal matters, not going into that. Everything combined to really piss me off, and I sort of lost interest in the off-roading. Then the other week, fortnight ago I think, I met up with another guy who we've not ridden together before. In fact, we never met. He's recently bought himself an 890 KTM Adventure. Dead keen to have a go off-roading. I said, well look, I've already planned a trip to Salisbury Plain to have a bash. Been there once before, want to go back. You can join me if you wish, which he did. It was not a good day. 2.5+ hours just to get there. I couldn't get to the lanes I had planned to on my sat nav. We started off on basically gravel roads, which are just plain flat gravel roads. I took us down a couple of the more interesting trails. I say interesting, they're no worse than what we're doing here. So of course Sparky, that's what I call him, he was on road tyres. So I kept it sensible. But the problem with Salisbury Plains, or Salisbury Plain I should say, is most of what you're riding on is clay and chalk. And chalk is very, very slippery even when it's dry. So it wasn't a very pleasant ride. We sort of got a bit lost in a way. So we went out a cuppa in a petrol station. I said, look, I know of this tank, derelict tank. I couldn't get to it last time because the road was closed. Let's go have a look, see if we can get a few photos. Yeah, great, fine. So that's what we did. We headed off to find this abandoned derelict tank. And that's where things went really wrong. We were following a person who really could not drive. They're doing like 30 miles an hour in a 60, braking when there's oncoming traffic for no reason. Couldn't negotiate corners, bends. And as we entered a small town, right in the middle of the town where there's traffic parked on the right, so it's basically a one-way access, oncoming traffic has to wait. This absolute plank in front of me, doing about 20 miles an hour, no more, decides to suddenly stop dead in the middle of the road and then indicate right. Well, of course I stopped. Unfortunately, Sparky's attention was distracted. He admits himself he wasn't paying attention. And he bumped into the back of my bike. I felt the nudge, I thought, oh, he bumped me. No dramas, we're only going slow like. And then I heard the smash of broken glass. Ah, bollocks, he's gone over. Whoa. Don't grab the front brake when you're off-road, you idiot. Yeah, basically he bumped into me, lost balance and gone over. Smashed the mirror on the bike, for a few minor scratches on it. But what was worse was he landed on the curb and promptly broke his collarbone. Real painful, real nasty. But he insisted on riding home. I said he was an idiot, I wasn't happy about it. He insisted, he wanted to ride home. So he did, 2.5 hours in extreme pain with a broken collarbone. Absolute idiot, but a legend in the same process. Stop and have a break in a minute, because my fingers are going numb, pins and needles, and my feet are hurting. Which I always do up here. So yeah, so that ride was an absolute disaster. I have been seriously thinking of selling off the KTM, going back to just road bikes. It's a good place to stop for 5. Yeah, as I say, give that a wipe. I have been seriously thinking about selling a big lad and go back to a road bike. Just checking we're still recording everything. But I do enjoy the off-roading. I know I'm crap at it. I know I don't do anything extreme. I do this sort of stuff, adventure riding I call it, but I do enjoy it. And Sparky's dead keen to come back out once he's fit enough. So I was having an hour in, what do? I haven't found a bike that suits my purposes. I did find one, but by the time you settle the finance on the KTM and add the finance on that one, it ain't gonna happen. And I think the payments would be more than I can afford. So that was a no-go. Excuse me. So I thought, do you know what, I need to get out and do a trail. Claerwen, I love Claerwen, nice easy trail for me. It's comfortable for what I want to do. We'll give it a try, see how we get on, see if I can get my Mojo back, and then we'll go from there. Simple as that. Oh, it's definitely getting wet there again. I hope it doesn't mess with my microphone. Oh, my camera. Ooh, big splash. There we go. Now, originally, I toyed with the idea of going to one end, turning around and going back. The amount of water in these puddles is making me somewhat nervous of the water crossing. Now, if I get through it once, I'm going to go through it a second time. I'll have a look when I get there. If it's too much, I won't bother. If it's not, if I think I can get through it, I will. Or I'll have a go. I hope to Christ don't fall off. Oh boy, that looks steep. Let's have a think about this now. That looks a lot deeper than I'm used to. And I like the look of that. I do believe this may be too much for me. Yep. Sorry folks, I ain't risking that. Wet gloves back on. Nope. Definite no from me, I'm sorry. I walked out into the river to rough the end of the first bank on the right, and the water was 3/4 deep on my boots. I thought, nope, I'm flying solo. It's not worth the risk. I'm not that confident crossing this river. I've done it twice, but never this deep. So, yeah, when the water's up to there somewhere, we're not even all the way through, it's a no from me, as the Dragon's Den would say. I'm going that way. Back the way we came. Oh fuck, I'm gonna crash! Oh no! How the fuck did I survive that? Woo! That's what happens when you don't concentrate on what you're fucking doing! How the fuck did I survive that? Target fixation that was. Not paying attention, looking where I don't want to be. And that's where I ended up. Whew. Well, there's a good reminder to calm your ass down. Thank you, big lad. You saved my ass there. Not quite sure how. Well, I certainly got the pulse rate going. Mrs. Grumps, I know you're going to shout at me for that one. Sorry, that's what happens when you go off-road. Hey folks, yeah, that was a bit where I came off. I have absolutely no idea what happened. 1 minute I'm riding on a trail looking at the scenery, next minute I'm lying in the scenery looking at the trail. Literally, bike just veered off, went up the bank, I went flying, the camera got knocked off my helmet. Obviously the mic is still in my helmet, it's wireless, so it picked up the audio. The difference in my breathing, because I was actually knocked out for about 10 seconds or so. Result from the accident, bruising to my shoulder, top of my arm, slightly sore back but nothing major. The bike itself suffered a broken foot peg, a bend in the original standard subguard, and a bit of scraping on the plastics that protect the fuel tank. At the time I thought I'd lost my camera. Somehow I picked up my camera, which came off my lid, and put it in my rucksack. Didn't know. So there we go. Hey ho. But I survived, I'm okay. These things happen when you go off-road. A lot of people are going to say, hey, you shouldn't go off-road on your own. Well, sometimes you have to. If I don't go on my own, I won't go at all, because people don't seem to want to go with me for whatever reason, or they're busy, or whatever. So I choose to. You ride a bike, you know yourself. It's going to happen someday, you're going to come off. The important bit is I survived okay, I'm fine. No long-term damage. My helmet's got badly scraped, so that's now retired permanently. I won't risk using it, obviously. Bike's repairable. I've got a few cuts and bruises. Mrs. Grumps is not very happy. Understandable, she's watched the footage and she's none too keen on watching it, but she accepts the fact that's the way it is. So there we go. That's the video, me crashing. As the phrase goes, shit happens. I'm alive, I'm well, bike can be fixed, move on. Right folks, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, especially me crashing. I'm sure that's gone down well. Like I said at the beginning, my videos will be changing. I'm going to be more me in the videos and less politically correct and all that rubbish. If you find it offensive, well, sorry, that's the way it is. That's the way I am. But there we go. If you did like it, please click the like button. If you didn't, click the dislike button. You're entitled to your opinion. Any comments? Comment section below, please do. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. Click subscribe, click on the bell next to it, then click all. That'll notify you every time I put up a video. All this interaction, the subscribes, the comments, the likes, dislikes, even sharing my video, it really helps me build my channel, which I'm trying to do. I keep saying I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year, just to say I've done it. No other reason. Not interested in monetizing or any of that rubbish. I just want to say I've done it. So thank you so much for watching. Bit of a long one, not the most exciting apart from a couple of incidents. And I shall be back out on the trails soon. So in the meantime, folks, whatever you're doing, please be safe, ride safe and have fun. And of course the statuary, because I'm in enough trouble with Mrs. Grumps as it is. Doodles!